pressure. She sacked him. A great bull rush by Chris Jones.
When it gets tough, you know, he's going to be there battle. Players appreciate it.
The Chiefs put the hammer down with a 34-yard touchdown pass. The 10, still not down. Oh, what a run out of this world. Nick Bolton up to 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
All right. As far as the injuries go, Pat hurt his foot there at the end, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Look, a hard-fought game. The Bengals did a nice job, and coming down the stretch, you can't turn the ball over against a good team, and you surely can't miss a field goal. But there was a lot of things in between that we could have done better, and so we'll go back and we'll work on it and make sure that we learn from it and try to become a better team. So with that, time's yours.
And the decision to kick instead of leaving the offense on the field, just go through that.
Yeah, very similar to what we've done before, and that's within his range. We got to get that combination, the snap a little higher and the kick a little stronger, and you got a good thing going, but it didn't happen.
And one of the things is you got to make a decision in such a split second, but is that one where you weigh pretty heavily or consider pretty strongly to keep the offense on the field?
Well, if I don't think he can make it, then I'm not going to do it. It's pretty simple that way. So, but I felt like he was, he's been in a good place, and we just got to execute it better all the way around. So, and then we shouldn't really come down to that too, but it did, and we got to make sure we do it. If you're going to be a good football team, all phases got to be able to take care of business.
How would you assess those trying to tackle the Bengals skill position players and how much that?
Yeah, I didn't think we tackled as well as we had been. We can do a better job with that. That's something we'll look at on tape and get fixed. It was the same way the offensive side. We can block better and do a lot of things on that side of the ball too. And everybody's got a little piece of this, and we got to take care of that.
And anything particular related to that, I guess, that you saw that led to Burrow having generally quite a lot of time to work with?
Yeah, I mean their offensive line at times did a good job. At other times he's slippery and he kind of worked his way through. Made some plays with his legs, but I thought we had decent pressure on him, throughout.
Andy, the third down defense, I know on the last drive it really played a big dividend, but overall it just wasn't up to the standard I'm sure it was.
Yeah, look, that's we got to do better there. We'll go back and look at that. And we had a third down on the offensive side that we had a chance to, third and fourth down that we had a chance to, or the third down, I'm sorry, that we had a chance to fix there, and we didn't do a great job on that either. So.
Andy, a little bit of a slow start today. Was there anything you put your finger on? Why it was just so slow?
Good football team you're playing, and there were things we put our finger on because we were able to score after that, and I thought we played a little better defense there.
Andy, after the third down play, it appeared Pat was limping off the field. Did that weigh into the decision as well? Just see them.
No, listen, I thought we had a chance to make the field goal. Yeah.
Just wanted.
Yeah, he's okay. He was all right. Yeah.
But is there anything to this particular team that you feel like you all may have issues matching up with them? I know, this.
Yeah, this one came right down to the end. I don't feel that way. I think it's two good football teams playing each other, and we got to take business down the stretch. The last couple series there, we got to take care of business.
Anything else?
How do you think the rookie cornerbacks play just because of Chase Higgins?
Yeah, sure. I think they did a good job. They competed, and they're going to be better for that. This game right here, they'll be better for it. They can learn from this, and it's very important that we do that as a team and for those young guys. Yep.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Andy.
Well, here in Cincinnati, the Chiefs lose it 27-24. You've already heard from Coach at the podium. Chance to win this game. The Chiefs came back. It was 14-3, a terrific start at the end of the first half, and it opened the door. And a 24-20 lead with the ball in the fourth quarter, it was right there to win.
Yeah, it was right there. And the reality is the Chiefs fought hard in this game, right, to come back from that 14-3 deficit. But in the end, when you're facing a team like Cincinnati, one of the best teams in the NFL, the margin for error is razor thin, right? And a mistake here or there, the Kelsey fumble, the Harrison Butker missed field goal, those mistakes bite you in the end.
Yeah, and give credit to the Bengals. They stripped the ball out. Jermaine Pratt had a heck of a job. Did a heck of a job and not letting Kelsey go down. He was trying to go down. They held him up and stripped him all in one action. But the stop at the end of the half, the Chiefs were having a problem stopping the Bengals. Finally got it within 14-10. If that's a touchdown, that's 21-10. But Carlos Dunlap, the ex-Bengal, played here 10.5 years. What a play to stop the 4th-and-1 attempt near the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, we were hoping Carlos would get a chance for a big play in this game, coming back to Cincinnati, where he spent so much of his career. And that was just an awesome play. I mean, Cincinnati was going really to put the game out of reach at that point, right? They're trying to really go for the win there at that point, and going for it on 4th down. They go with the jet sweep. Typically in practice, that probably worked all week for them, but Carlos Dunlap sniffed it out and blew up the play. Huge momentum shift for the Chiefs there at the end of the first half.
We're going to talk to Isaiah Pacheco later in the show, but we need to talk about this Chiefs running game, which was outstanding. It was cold here today, and Pirine did a good job of running. He was a 100 yards rusher, and no Joe Mixon today, so he was the guy for the Bengals. But Isaiah Pacheco and Jerick McKinnon were impressive in this game running the ball.
And it's very encouraging moving forward. It's tough to find positives after games like this, but there's still games to play, right, in the postseason to play. So you want to find positives you can build on in a game like this, and that's certainly a positive, the way the Chiefs ran the football in this game. We thought that would be a mandate for them coming in, run the football well, and they did that. Isaiah Pacheco had 14 carries for 66 yards, averaged 4.7 yards per carry, and Jerick McKinnon had 8 carries for 51 yards, averaged 6.4 yards per carry. They were both awesome in the game. Let's keep that going here moving forward.
Yeah, and the receivers, Juju Smith-Schuster had a 4th down on 4 where he ends up getting 5 yards. What a tough play there. And then Marquez Valdez-Scantling on 2 third down plays with 2 big chunk plays, a great route and tough catches.
Yeah, huge. Once again, we cannot let that be lost, even though the Chiefs lost this game. I mean, MVS, both on 3rd down, has a 42-yard reception, moves the chains on 3rd down, gets the ball into Cincinnati territory, and then a 29-yard grab on 3rd down. Just a huge game for MVS, 2 grabs for 71 yards. We envisioned him being that kind of player when he came here, and we saw it here tonight. Once again, let's keep that going here moving forward.
Yeah, and the one frustration in this game, too, is not able to get to Joe Burrow. He's had 34 sacks. Chiefs got to him once, but really late in the game. That was Karlaftis. But the Chiefs were so close on several times. It's almost like they wanted it so badly they couldn't quite get to him. And give Joe Burrow credit, he played a heck of a game.
Yeah, he did. And on 3rd down, oftentimes the Bengals find a way to get just enough. If it's 3rd and 6, they got 6. If it's 3rd and 7, they got 7. And the Chiefs' inability to get pressure in big moments like that ended up hurting them in the end. George Karlaftis had the big sack near the end of the game. That was a big sack in that moment. But then again, 3rd and 11, Joe Burrow throws the football. It's risky there. Credit to him. He made a great pass.
Yep, and the Chiefs lose at 27-24, now 9-3. The Bengals are right there. They're sitting at 8-4, and they're hot. They've won 8 of the last 10 games after an 0-2 start. Let's go back to the podium here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm ready for whatever coach decides. If we want to kick the field goal, I believe we have one of the best kickers in the league, so I'm going to give him the chance to kick the field goal, and if coach wants to go for it, I believe that we can make it happen as an offense. So whatever coach decides, I know he's been in these moments before. I'm going to trust in that, and we went with the field goal, and it didn't go our way this time.
Did you try to do any persuasion or anything in that moment?
The persuasion is just kind of you stay out there and just hope that he calls it. Get the 4th down chance, but we had gone through a lot of 4th downs throughout the game, and they were doing a good job. I mean, even we had hard-fought ones, but we were converting them. But I mean, we paid Butker, and we have one of the best kickers in the league, so we trust in him in those moments, and he's made a lot of big kicks. So this one didn't go our way, but if we're in that moment again, I trust he'll make it.
Patrick, what did you try to get across to Travis after the fumble? I'm sure you had words of encouragement for him.
Yeah, I mean, I just tell him to continue to be himself. I mean, we've seen Travis do that many of times and get all those extra yards, which are hard-fought yards in this league. And obviously they made a good play. They stripped the ball out right at the very end there. But I'm taking Travis fighting for extra yards every single time because that's the type of competitor that he is.
Did you have to pick him up at all, did you feel like, or you knew he'd be?
No, I didn't. I just tried to get the ball to him as quickly as possible after that. So we trust in him, man. He's a competitor. He's the reason that we're playing. We play in these big games like this, and so he's going to go down fighting. So we're going to keep giving him chances to make plays.
Patrick, you haven't been able to beat this team yet. What is it about this team that makes things so tough?
Yeah, I mean, first off, they got a great quarterback, a guy that's won a lot of football games. Even though if it was in college, he's won a lot of football games now in the NFL. He's someone that competes to the very end too. They got playmakers all over there. They're well coached, have a good defense. And at the end of the day, they've executed at a higher level in the critical situations. And so we started off slow. We got back in the game, in the flow of things, and then we had a turnover late, and then the missed kick. So I mean, if you just try to take away those two things in the fourth quarter, I mean, if you're playing good teams, you make those turnover on downs basically in the fourth quarter. Those are the things that kind of bite you at the end.
You've been successful throughout your career against good teams. But what is it that they do on the defensive side that's so much different?
Yeah, they just have a well put together team. I mean, you saw the offense, even though it's kind of like has the playmakers, but they'll take their time and kind of utilize the clock. Their defense does a lot of different. They change up a lot of different coverages. They do a good job. They try to take Travis away as best as possible. That's why you saw other guys making catches. And I mean, I feel like we executed at a high level, except for the 1 3-and-out drive. But it wasn't high enough because we didn't win. So we just got to go back and look at the film and just try to get better from this game.
Can you go over your lead for the touchdown? That play, that fourth down play?
Yeah, I mean, they played a good coverage. I was looking at Juju. I didn't think I could get it in there where he would get in the end zone. And it's fourth down, so you have to try to go for it. And I was running, and the only way to get it was going over the top, so I should just try to reach it over and get in the end zone.
Pretty confident you did get the ball over the goal line?
I mean, I knew it was close. Obviously, you don't want to fumble anytime. I know it's fourth down, you're going for it, but you don't want to fumble. So I just tried to reach it across, and the ball came out. And I looked and saw that they kind of had jumped on it, and I looked at the ref, and he had said touchdown. So as confident as you can be when you're kind of flying in the air.
Patrick, they did a lot of those three-man rushes that seemed like they at least mixed some of those in again today. Just wondering how you thought you guys executed against that one.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely executed at a higher level than we did in the playoff game. I thought the guys did good. They did a great job of kind of blocking there. They got us that one at the very end. We wish we could have a little bit more time, but at the same time, they had a good game plan, and I thought we executed at a high level at some points in the game. But we got to be, if you're going to beat a good football team, you got to execute throughout the entire game.
Anything else? All right, thank you. Thanks. What are you seeing out there?
Oh, man, he does a great job putting the ball away and protecting the football. He's unconventional in terms of scrambling. He kind of moves up in the pocket and shrinks himself down to take away some of the surface area to tackle him. And he's elusive, man. And so we just got to be a little bit better on tackling overall as a whole. I feel like we didn't tackle very well today. We can start there.
With the tackling, is that something that obviously you look to change, but how easy or difficult is that to kind of rectify going forward?
I mean, some of those things, you got to give them guys credit. P-Ron had a hell of a game. He's a shorter back, and he's able to use that to his advantage. Get downhill, kind of get a little sideways, make it a little harder to make one-on-one tackles. And I feel like you just got to go back to the drawing board in terms of just mid-target tackling, wrapping it up, taking the body parts to the ground, and game tackling. We had a lot of tackles there, a lot of one-on-one in space. I feel like we get a couple more guys to the ball. Some little technique things we can clean up as well.
What does a loss like this do for you guys moving forward?
Oh, man, start all over. We got a lot of things we can fix. It's hard to correct things when you're winning. So you can go back to the drawing board. We can build on things we did right, and there's a lot of things we can clean up. I'll be better at going down the stretch.
Was there something that was similar that you saw last year? Last time you guys played these, the last two times you played these Bengals, was there something similar that you saw, or is it a different team that you're playing against?
Oh, yeah, different team. A whole different dynamic. The counter-attack's a little bit different than they did last year. This year, I think it was more so tackling. Last year, I think we had a lot of mental errors. Kind of led to explosive plays. We kind of made them take the long, hard road. Give them guys credit. They completed passes, stayed in front of the sticks, kind of stayed on schedule throughout the day, and they just made more plays than us down the stretch.
Great. Thanks, Nick.
Yep, thank you.
So the Chiefs lose this game 27-24 to the Cincinnati Bengals. You know, there's no shortcuts for the young guys. We've talked about these rookies all year, and you knew that the defensive secondary with the young guys, they were going to face maybe their biggest challenge of the season thus far, and I think we saw that.
Yeah, we certainly did. This defense is young. They're not very experienced, right? And they've gotten better and better every single week, it seems like. But Steve Spagnuolo earlier this week said this will be our greatest test. And I think in a lot of ways it was. Now, the Bengals got the win in the end, but still, these young guys made some plays in this game that they should be proud of. But it's also a learning experience moving forward. Use this feeling right now to propel you through the rest of the season and into the playoffs.
Yeah, so the Chiefs now at 9-3. They would be tied with the Bills and lose the tiebreaker there. So as it stands right now, the Chiefs would not have the 1 seed in the AFC. But There's 5 weeks left in this season. I mean, this is a 17-game schedule, and the Chiefs have to get right back on the horse and ride. No pun intended, because they're going to Denver to take on the Broncos, who are desperate to win a game. They lose a heartbreaker in this weekend, losing to the Ravens and a backup quarterback. But got to take care of business in the division first. That's always the first box to check.
Yeah, the AFC overall is very crowded right now. The good news for the Chiefs, I believe every team has at least 4 losses except for us and the Bills. The Miami Dolphins lost today, I believe. That's good news. Got to root for the Bills to lose at least one more time this season, but you're 100% right. You can't really worry about that if you're the Chiefs. Just need to make sure you take care of business every single week. And Denver, they're having not a very good season. We all know that. Got to make sure that you don't let them get you, and that's all they want to do in this situation. So got to turn the page from this one, learn from it, digest it, then get after the Broncos here in a week.
And let's just be honest here with the dynamics of this AFC chase. The Chiefs don't play any of the other contenders the rest of the way. I mean, there's 2 Bronco games, there's a Raiders game, there's a Seahawks game, and there's a Texan game. Let's be honest here now. The Dolphins, the Bills, the Bengals, we could go right down the line. They're all playing each other over the next 5 weeks. So unless they all, I mean, just take care of your own business. If you're the Chiefs, you could be right back on the 1 seed.
Yeah, the idea is it's still right there for the Chiefs, right? They still put themselves in a great position this season at 9-3 to get that 1 seed. They don't have it right now, but the opportunity is there. What can they do? Take care of business. That's the most important thing the rest of the way. 5 games left. You can't look too far ahead, and you can't think about this one too much. You have to flush this one right away and get after the Broncos and keep pace with the Bills, and hopefully the Bills slip up at some point.
It was there. It was there. The Chiefs had a 4-point lead and the ball driving, and then a big-time sack strip by the Bengals of Travis Kelce flipped the game, and the Chiefs lose it 27-24, a 3rd straight loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. But it's on to the Broncos. It is Denver week, so get ready. We're going to get you ready all week long right here with our 65 TPT crew. For Matt McMullen, senior team reporter, I'm Mitch Holthus, voice of the Chiefs. Get ready for Denver.
Chiefs Rewind is brought to you by Ford, the official car and truck of the Kansas City Chiefs, and by Community America Credit Union, the official banking partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.